What does that do for the coaching staff, making offenses find other ways to beat you than they're comfortable?
Yeah, we're always trying to make teams play left-handed. I thought our defensive line, defensive front in general did a great job. Got to give a shout-out to Coach Kyle Pope and Jordan Hankins for how well they prepared the front to play against the run, as well as our young coaches getting our scout team going and our scout team players. But, obviously, more yards in the air than we wanted. But going into the game, we say, hey, we got to make sure we stop or at the very least limit the run game. I'm really proud of our guys for the way they stood up to that challenge.
And then, takeaways have been a trend for you guys, and then you get the defensive scores. And how exciting is that to see that you guys able to score 2 touchdowns?
Really exciting. It's our players. They just they work so hard and they want it so much, and they go through and kill themselves over and over and over and over and over again for you. So, just to be able to see them, enjoy that success and see the smiles on their faces and legitimate excitement. It's just, it's cool to look at the sideline and see 40, 50-year-old men, jumping up and down and like little kids. That's the fun part of the game. So really, really cool.
Right. Jalen told us after the game that ever since you came down to the field, that you ain't going back up, Coach. He said you ain't going back up.
Yeah.
Bring the energy. And how does that perspective change? And do you think it made a difference in how you were able to call the game now that you're down there with your players? I don't know how you've done it in the past.
Yeah.
That coordinator role is something new to you, but how has it changed going down to the field with this team?
The 2 seasons before that I called defense, I called it from the field. In the first game, I went up in the box. And, Jalen made the same mention. We're both kind of superstitious guys. So, I was ready for the interview before Seth was, but Seth got to go first. That's the mojo. So, no, it's as the play caller, it helps me have a feel for the game a little bit. When they start going tempo, and I could see the guys' faces, and every now and then I could yell a last-minute coaching point at them. And as much as anything, it makes in-game adjustments a little bit smoother or more efficient. It's because it's one less step in the communication that has to happen. Hey, here's what I saw. Here's what we want to do, and so right now it's working for us, and hopefully we continue to get better and better at it.
The one thing about the defense, for everything that's done well, there's still a big plays that you would like to take away in each of these games.
Absolutely.
So as you see your team, your defense get better in so many areas, what's the thing that has to happen to try to limit those explosive
Sure.
that put you in some
100%. Believe me, there's plenty to clean up. We've had some good things this past game, but that's still a ton to get better at, no doubt. And we say explosive plays come from missed assignment, lost leverage, eye control, missed tackles, and being beat one-on-one. And of all those things, the thing we're willing to live with is being beat one-on-one. That happens sometimes in football. So some of those go balls that got us, that's playing one-on-one. It's going to get you. But, some of the missed assignments, that's what kills you. Missed tackles, lost leverages, and eye controls. It's just a constant battle to try to eliminate as many of those things as we can, because we feel like those are more controllable.
Is that really kind of like the last step for this defense to be elite?
Well,
bring those things.
Yeah, I think we're a long way from saying we're elite, but it's an ongoing battle for sure. And in college football, the offenses are so good now, and we've played some really good offenses. We played 3 really, really good quarterbacks so far this year, and passing quarterbacks anyway. And so it's a challenge for us, and we know teams are going to gain yards. But when we can force takeaways and limit explosives, I think that's pretty high on the list in playing good defense in this day and age.
The last 3 games, I think, since Mississippi State, you guys have gotten a little bit better on third down, and obviously Friday or Saturday, you guys limited, I think, the three third down conversions. What's changed since Mississippi State, where these guys are kind of either shaking it off or found ways to just kind of try to improve each week to get off the field on third down?
Sure, great question. I think a little more time spent on third down has helped, but more than anything, Evan, we still have a lot of young guys, and I've said this before, there's no substitute for in-game experience. And as we go, our goal is to continue to play better and better and better. and as our young players get more and more experience, we anticipate a higher level of execution.
So you seem like it's guys understanding their roles better on third down, or is it just a tweak here or a tweak there?
Yeah, I think it's roles, understanding roles, not just what they're doing, but why they're doing it. And then once you settle into, okay, here's what my job is and all those things, then the mindset changes. And I think one thing we got better at last week was, okay, we know who we are, we know what we do. Now what do they do? Let's get really honed in on certain details of formations and what routes to expect on certain down and distances and things like that. So again, as we continue to progress through the season, we're just continually looking for a higher level of execution as we go.
Last thing for me, I think Ryan told us that Temple is probably going to have a 2-quarterback platoon a little bit. I know Kurt Warner's son has played, but you guys are probably going to expect 2 quarterbacks for you. What kind of challenges is it kind of preparing for this offense, knowing that you may not just be facing 1 quarterback, but the potential of possibly 2?
Yeah, well, we definitely expect to see 2, and then we know number 11 was a quarterback at the start of the season. So we're sure they have a double pass, reverse pass. We'll make sure that's on tape. We know you got a double pass, reverse pass. We're repping it, believe me. No, we're ready. But we fully expect to see both quarterbacks in the game, and we'll have a plan for both. The thing is, they both can run and they both can throw. They do a good job, and been really impressed with Warner, how he's played as a young guy. I mean, it's just cool as a football fan to see a true freshman at quarterback and how hard it is to play that position. He's done really well. So hoping to limit some of his success Saturday, and 16's also, he's dynamic. I mean, he can run and he can throw it, so it'll be a great challenge for us.
So when you're preparing for 2 quarterbacks, does that make the game plan more complicated or difficult? Like, what does that preparation look like as opposed to just preparing for 1?
Yeah, you break it down. You say, okay, what plays do you expect with 1 quarterback? What plays do you expect with the next? But we try not to get too carried away with having one set game plan for him and another set. It's more like, okay, here's what we're doing. Here are plays to be alert for when so-and-so's in the game.
How tricky is that? I mean, obviously, every coordinator talks about, like, you prepare for 1, you're focused on 1, but when you're preparing for 2, just kind of how challenging is that? Because you're so used to preparing for, like, 1 specific style.
It is. It's a challenge, but it's not out of the ordinary nowadays to have a quarterback that comes in and gives them a little bit of a change of pace. So, again, it's just an awareness of things to expect, and we know what we want to do. So we just got to be honed in on when this jersey's at quarterback, here are plays to expect. When this jersey's at quarterback, here are plays to expect. Thank you, guys.